Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another thrilling episode where we dive deep into the most epic battles in history. Beer Biceps back again with a crazy story. Today, we're talking about a battle so intense, it changed the course of history. Imagine a battlefield so big, it shakes the ground. The air is thick with tension, and the earth trembles under the weight of thousands of soldiers. Two massive armies, ready to tear each other apart. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the outcome would shape the future of an entire region. This ain't no movie, bros. This is real history, and it's more dramatic than any blockbuster you've ever seen. This is the Third Battle of Panipat. This battle was epic. It was one of the largest and bloodiest fought in the 18th century. It happened in 1761 in India. Picture this: the Maratha Empire, a powerful force in the Indian subcontinent, clashing with the formidable Afghan army led by Ahmad Shah Abdali. It was like the final boss fight in a video game. The tension, the strategy, the sheer scale of it all, it was mind-blowing. On one side, we had the Maratha Confederacy. These guys were fierce warriors, known for their bravery and tactical prowess. They were like the Avengers of their time, super strong and fearless. Their goal was to expand their empire and establish dominance in the region. On the other side, we had Ahmad Shah Abdali and his Afghan army, tough as nails and ready for war. Abdali was a brilliant strategist and a fierce leader. The Durrani Empire, led by Afghan King Ahmad Shah Durrani, also known as Ahmad Shah Abdali. The battle resulted in a decisive victory for Ahmad Shah Durrani and his forces. This led to a heavy loss for the Marathas and significant political consequences in the region. This battle was more than just a fight. It was a clash of cultures, a struggle for power. It was a defining moment that would leave a lasting impact on the history of the Indian subcontinent. Get ready for some mind-blowing history. We're about to dive into the details of this epic confrontation, exploring the strategies, the heroes, and the aftermath of the Third Battle of Panipat. Stay tuned, because this is going to be one wild ride. The Marathas were like the OG warriors of India. They were known for their guerrilla warfare tactics, which basically means they were masters of surprise attacks and using the terrain to their advantage. They were led by Sadashiv Rao Bhau, a skilled general, and they had a massive army with elephants, cavalry, and infantry. These guys weren't just fighters. They were fighting for something bigger than themselves. They wanted to protect their homeland and their culture from invaders. They were the guardians of the South, and they were ready to lay down their lives for their people. Now, let's talk about Ahmad Shah Abdali. He was the king of Afghanistan, and he was as tough as they come. He was known for his military genius and his ambition. Abdali wasn't just satisfied with ruling Afghanistan. He wanted to expand his empire, and India, with its riches and resources, was the ultimate prize. He led a powerful army all the way from Afghanistan to fight the Marathas. Abdali was a force to be reckoned with, and he wasn't going down without a fight. So, why did these two powerful forces collide? What drove them to the brink of war? It all boils down to three things: land, power, and glory. These were the driving forces behind the ambitions of both the Marathas and the Durrani Empire. The Marathas, a formidable force in India, were determined to protect their territory and maintain their influence. They had built a vast confederacy through years of relentless battles and strategic alliances. They had fought hard to establish their presence, and they weren't going to give it up easily. Their warriors were known for their bravery and their leaders for their tactical acumen. On the other hand, Ahmad Shah Abdali, the founder of the Durrani Empire, saw India as ripe for the taking. He was a seasoned warrior and a shrewd strategist. Abdali wanted to expand his empire, gain control of its vast resources, and cement his legacy as a legendary conqueror. His ambitions were fueled by the desire to dominate and leave an indelible mark on history. The stage was set for a showdown of epic proportions, a clash that would resonate through the annals of history. Both sides prepared meticulously, knowing that the outcome would have far-reaching consequences. This was not just a battle for land, but a battle that would decide the fate of empires and shape the destiny of millions. The stakes were incredibly high, and the world watched as these two titans prepared to collide. Section 5. The day the earth trembled. The battle begins. January 14th, 1761. This was a day that would be etched in the annals of history. A day when two mighty forces would collide in a battle that would shape the future of the Indian subcontinent. The sun rose over Panipat, casting an eerie glow on the battlefield. The early morning light revealed a vast plain where thousands of soldiers were preparing for the inevitable clash. The air was filled with a sense of foreboding, as if the land itself knew the bloodshed that was to come. The air was thick with tension, the silence broken only by the beating of war drums and the snorting of horses. These sounds echoed across the plain, a grim reminder of the violence that was about to unfold. The soldiers, both Maratha and Afghan, could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on them. The Marathas, with their massive army, were confident in their numbers and their fighting prowess. They had fought many battles before and had emerged victorious. Their soldiers, clad in traditional attire, stood in disciplined formations, ready to defend their honor and their land. Abdali, though outnumbered, had a trick up his sleeve: his artillery. His Afghan soldiers were well trained and determined, and they had brought with them powerful cannons that could change the course of the battle. These cannons were being positioned with precision, their barrels aimed at the Maratha lines. The Afghan cannons were more powerful and had a longer range, giving them a crucial advantage in the early stages of the battle. As the cannons were loaded and aimed, the tension in the air grew even thicker. The Marathas knew they had to act quickly to counter this threat. The first shots rang out, and the earth trembled as the two armies clashed. Smoke and explosions filled the air, and the battlefield was soon engulfed in dust and chaos. The sound of cannons firing, swords clashing, and men shouting created a deafening cacophony. It was a scene of utter mayhem, as both sides fought with all their might, determined to emerge victorious in this epic battle. Section 6. The Maratha Strategy. Brave but flawed. The Marathas were known for their aggressive fighting style, and they charged into battle with their trademark ferocity. They fought bravely, but their initial attacks were met with fierce resistance from the Afghans. The Maratha plan was to overwhelm the Afghans with their superior numbers, but they made a crucial mistake. They underestimated the power of Abdali's artillery. The Afghan cannons rained down fire and death, decimating the Maratha ranks. The battlefield was soon littered with fallen warriors, and the air was thick with the smell of gunpowder and blood. Section 7. Abdali's masterstroke. The turning point. As the battle raged on, Abdali made a game-changing move. He ordered his reserve troops, who were fresh and eager for battle, to flank the Marathas and attack from the sides. The Marathas, already exhausted and demoralized from the relentless artillery bombardment, were caught off guard. They fought desperately, but they were surrounded and outnumbered. The tide of the battle had turned. The tide of the battle. Section 8. Aftermath. A moment frozen in time. The Third Battle of Panipat ended in a decisive victory for Ahmad Shah Abdali. The Maratha army was shattered, and their dream of a pan-Indian empire lay in ruins. The battlefield was a scene of utter devastation, a grim reminder of the brutal realities of war. The Third Battle of Panipat wasn't just about who won and who lost. It was a turning point in Indian history, marking the decline of the Maratha Confederacy and paving the way for the rise of new powers. Section 9. The legacy of Panipat echoes through history. The Third Battle of Panipat is a stark reminder of the human cost of war, of the ambitions and the dreams that are crushed on the battlefield. But it's also a testament to the courage and resilience of the human spirit, the unwavering bravery of those who fought and died for what they believed in. The echoes of that fateful day still resonate today, reminding us of the importance of unity, strategy, and the ever-present need for peace. Section 10. Want more epic tales? Subscribe now. So there you have it, guys, the incredible story of the Third Battle of Panipat. We've covered the key players, the epic clash, and the lasting impact on history. If you dug this deep dive into the past, hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing stories from history. I promise you won't be disappointed. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the past.